Hey everyone, welcome back. If you're new here, I'm Chloe. You already know what we're doing because of the title, but I'm gonna do a full face of e.l.f. Like, I really wish y'all could see all the e.l.f. products on my desk right now, and I'm not gonna tilt my camera down to show you because that's too much of a mess. It's a lot. I dug everything out of my drawers that had the word e.l.f. on it. And here we are. This is not everything. This is what I can fit in my hands. I want to waste no time. I just want to jump right into it. Let's do it. All right, guys, I'm so sorry for the lighting changes. It's what we got to work with. I'm going to go in with the Hydro Grip Primer. It's definitely the Power Grip Primer. You know what I meant. I mean, really, the fact that they named this almost the same thing is tea. I just think that's funny. I am going to start off with my e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer in the shade Light Beige. Skin has been cooperating, so I'm just going to take this under my eyes, and it's way too effing dark for under my eyes. I mean, I think it'll be okay, but oh my gosh. Oh. I don't think it's okay. I do not think this is okay. That is like orange. That's orange. Either the product has oxidized in the bottle, or this is way too tan for me right now, which I think is fine because I'm gonna be putting on face stuff that I think is also too tan for me right now. This is not it. This is not it. I only have this e.l.f. concealer too because honestly, the e.l.f. concealer isn't my favorite. To open up my smoothie. I am such a smoothie hoe. If anybody's got sweet smoothie recipes, send them to me. In with my e.l.f. BB cream. This is in the shade Buff, which I know is gonna be way too dark for me. I'm just gonna go straight for it. Okay, I guess we'll try that. I'm gonna tap this out all over. Yep, this is way too dark, but at least it'll match my freaking concealer. Taking my big Jaclyn Hill brush. I don't even know what brush this is. Morphe Jaclyn Hill JH03. And tap that bad boy out. Okay, this actually doesn't look too bad. Okay, at least it's the same color as the concealer, like at minimum. I'm gonna go in with the HD setting powder, and I'm only taking this under my eyes. We're gonna finish up the face stuff. I'm gonna go in with the contouring blush palette in shade Saint Lucia. I'm just using the bronzer out of it that I clearly love so much. And just bronzy bronze. I feel like I haven't bronzed in so long, but I do love this bronzer. Look at how pretty that is. Under my jawbone. I think I love bronzer, and I never ever wear it. Definitely should have used this earlier, but whatever. I'm gonna go in with my e.l.f. Daily Dew Stick in the shade Iridescent. And I'm just gonna tap it so I don't, as to not ruin the makeup underneath of it. Putting this all over where I put my blush and highlight. I mean, I should expect nothing less, but can't tell if that's the bronzer or the BB cream. I'm just gonna tap that out a little. Blush I might wait on because I've got these 4 shades at least. Love these guys. And let's not forget I also have these guys. These guys have a little bit of sparkle to them. Honestly, I think the shades are pretty decently similar though. I'm just not gonna choose what one I do yet. I want to see what I end up doing for my eyeshadow. Base the color off that. I'm also not going to choose my highlighter yet because I have these 2 shades here, and I also want to pair that with the eyeshadow that I do. And yes, technically the Daily Dew Stick is a highlighter, but that's not enough highlight for me. I feel like that just gives like a glowy effect. For me, it's not like a highlighter. I like to put something else on top of it, so I'm going to choose one of those later. The only e.l.f. thing I don't have is brows. And now I have a very specific way of doing my brows. The only thing I do have is this little e.l.f. stick. So I'm gonna comb them out and put at least this on. Maybe there's something from my eyeshadow palette that I can use for my brows. I'm trying to be inventive here rather than just cheat, because I normally just cheat. I can't promise I won't. Just like this silly little wax pen, but you know, whatever. It doesn't even have a name on it. It's just clear. No other information on it. Like, there's no title for what this is, so I'm just gonna call it like a brow gel almost. A brow wax pen, I guess. I think I'll just put it all through, just really get it in there. Ooh, this is not my favorite feeling on earth. Okay, let's try that. And then I'm going Then let's try brushing them out, and a little bit more wax for hold. I have no idea if this is gonna hold, you guys. I have a feeling it won't. I hate that this is all that I can do. Hate, hate, hate. Hate, 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 hate. Loathe entirely. Comment down below if you know where that quote is from. One of my favorite movies. I got my brows tinted when I got my hair done, and I just feel like it's gone. These are not. These are back to my natural color, like completely. Okay, I'm gonna see if I have some eyeshadow later that Nah, I'm just gonna check now. Okay, I'm gonna try. This is either gonna go really well or really, really terribly. I'm gonna go in with my e.l.f. Mad for Matte palette. I'm gonna try going in with this warmer brown shade here. It's the closest e.l.f. color I have to like an auburny. I'm just taking this on an angled brush. Wait, that color might be okay. For my brows, I feel like it's not even as much filling them in as just outlining them. But then of course they need a little auburny tint to them. I think that looks okay. Like, I think I can get away with that in public, right? It's a nice difference between the two. I feel like it doesn't look too unnatural per se. So all right. I feel good about this actually. I'm just flicking my brush up to blend it out. Yeah, I'm so impressed with that. I'm just gonna comb them through like so lightly as to not disturb the wax that I put down, because now that I put color on them, I can't put any more wax down. And as much as I don't want to do this, I'm gonna go clean them up with that e.l.f. concealer. I really hope this doesn't look bad, because this is orange concealer. Okay, it could look better, but it could also look worse. So I'm happy with that. Let's do the other eye. I really always thought cleaning up your brows was kind of just a waste of time, but holy crap, does it just elevate everything. Look at that. Dang, those look good. Look good for what I'm working with, which honestly, it's actually not even bad. This concealer is also going to be the base for my lids, because do I have an eye primer? No. Used to, don't anymore. I used to have that like $1 one all of the time though. That was my jam. I honestly hate using concealer as a base because I feel like this creases more, if anything. So why am I doing this? I guess I'm not sure, but I feel like I need some sort of base because we're doing fun colors today. All right, let me show you everything that I have for eyeshadow. I've got these little duo shadow kits. I have my e.l.f. Jkissa palette to the rescue. This was a Pride palette a couple years back. One of my favorite palettes. And I have these two e.l.f. palettes. Got Mad for Matte and the Smoky Palette. I'm gonna start with my Mad for Matte palette with this shade here as a transition shade. I am just going to buff this into my crease. I just want this to be super blended. I'm not 100% sure what I'm doing. I have a slight idea of the color palette I want to use though. Gorgeous. I'm actually going to go in with this shade that I used for my brows, and I'm going to pack it on my outer corner. Just packing it down and then lightly blending it out. Back in with my transition shade brush to blend that out. Okay, I'm happy with this. I think I'm going to take this duo shadow. This is a nude light brown. I'm going to take the Mad light shade here. I'm going to take the matte light shade here, and I'm just packing that on my inner third. The one and only thing I'm going to cheat on you guys is my MAC Fix Plus, because I'm going to go in with my e.l.f. Jkissa palette. I'm going to take Yosemite, Millie, and Casey for some eyeliner. I'm going to go in with the tiniest Morphe brush ever, spray that down, and I'm going into Yosemite first. I'm going to start in the inner corner, lining my eyes. This is yellow, so it's going to take a hot minute to build up here. Actually, I feel like that pigment's pretty good. I don't know how well you guys can see that. I'm taking it to like the middle of my eye. Okay, I hope you can kind of see that. Next, I'm gonna take Millie on that same brush and kind of connect it, overlapping a little bit. I want room to blend. This is going almost all the way to my outer corner, not quite. I'm gonna wipe off some of the orange to just go in and lightly blend it with the yellow. Finally, I'm gonna go in with Casey, and this is going to be the rest of my liner and my wing. Okay, that looks friggin' sick. That looks so cool, exactly what I pictured. It's perfect. I'm gonna take the Smoky palette and go in with this third shimmer shade here, and it's gonna be my inner corner highlights. Except this is not. I'm so used to my bright and bold highlighter that I'm like, this is not doing anything. It's probably doing something. Okay, that did not do enough for me. I am gonna go in with this e.l.f. shadow stick in the shade Champagne Crystal. It's a little better. I'm gonna quickly go in and give my lashes a curl. And I'm gonna go in with a layer of my e.l.f. Lash It Loud. Like, thank God my favorite mascara is an e.l.f. mascara. Because had I not had this, I wouldn't have e.l.f. mascara. This might be my new thing. Now that we've finished the eye look, I have decided on going in with the e.l.f. Putty Blush in Bahamas. I'm such a hyper fixator with my makeup, so when I say I think it's gonna be my new thing, I mean, like, I think it's gonna be my new makeup hyper fixation. Do y'all do that too? I do that ish all of the time. For highlighter, I'm gonna take the Moonlight Pearls shade. These are their baked highlighters. I love this one, it's so pretty. I'm just gonna finish off doing my lashes, so going in curling them, doing another layer of the Lash It Loud, curl, Lash It Loud. All right, we just have lips. I'm gonna take my e.l.f. lip crayon in the shade Natural. This is gonna be to line my lips. Okay, I cannot decide between my favorite shade, Pinkies Up, or this orange shade. Let's try the orange shade. If I hate it, I'll wipe it off and I'll do Pinkies Up. The orange shade is called Coral Cutie. These are the e.l.f. lip tints. Actually, I think I really like that. It warmed up the lip liner so much. I think it helped a lot. Usually I think I go a lot heavier handed with that one. That's why I was a little bit worried about it, but just being a sheer kind of tint, I like it. I think it's pretty. All right, there we have it. Look complete. I love it. I'm obsessed, you guys. I think it turned out super good. I'm very happy with everything. And I don't think my under eyes look that orange. Thank God. That is gonna be all for this week's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope that you enjoyed. Make sure to subscribe down below if you haven't already, and leave me a like because it really helps me out. I'll see you guys in the next one.